Your Honor, the state of Minnesota rests.
The day began with the prosecution resting its case, and before the defense called its first witness, instructions to the jury.
This evidence is being admitted solely for the limited purpose of showing what effects the ingestion of opioids may or may not have had on the physical well-being of George Floyd. This evidence is not to be used as evidence of the character of George Floyd.
That's because the first witness called by the defense was Minneapolis Police Officer Scott Creighton, the officer in this 2019 video of George Floyd being taken into custody in another incident involving drugs.
In my mind, his behavior was very nervous, anxious.
Put your hands on the dash. The last time I'm going to tell you that. It's simple. He keeps moving his hands around. He won't listen to what I have to say.
Put your hands on
Okay.
top of your head.
Put them on your head.
Top of your head. Okay, man. Open your mouth. Spit out what you got. Spit out what you got. I'm going to tase you. Spit it out. He's eating.
Don't you jerk away from me.
Put your hands behind your back.
That was one yellow pill, boss.
Also called the paramedic who treated him on that day in 2019.
You took his vitals, correct?
Correct.
And that would include his blood pressure at the time?
Yes.
And did you record what his blood pressure was at that time?
Yes, it was 216 over 160.
Also on the stand, Shawanda Hill, who described herself as Floyd's ex-girlfriend, one of two people with Floyd on the day of the 2020 incident. She described Floyd as drowsy and nodding off before police approached their car.
At some point, the police officers approached the car?
Yes.
Hill and another man, Maurice Hall, in this body cam video, held on the other side of the street by an officer at the spot of Floyd's vehicle as officers struggled with Floyd behind a squad car in front of Cup Foods.
I'm not giving you guys any problems, right?
Why is he going to hospital?
The defense also calling to the stand responding officer Peter Chang, who monitored a growing crowd from his vantage point across the street as he secured Floyd's vehicle. During testimony, the defense asserting that the officers were too distracted by an angry and threatening crowd to give any medical assistance to Floyd, who eventually stopped breathing. On cross, Chang spoke of his observations that day.
And you assumed when you were doing that those four officers were okay over there because there were four of them, correct?
Yes.
And if they had radioed for help, you would have heard it over your radio.
Yes.
And they never radioed for help, did they?
No.
Now, also on the stand this afternoon, defense witness Barry Broad, a police use of force consultant who claims Chauvin's use of force followed his training and was reasonable. But on cross-examination, Mr. Broad seemed to admit that the force used on Floyd appeared to continue even after he appeared to become compliant. Court back in session at 9:15 tomorrow morning.